Good evening to you all. Good evening to you all. Uh, Let us start our discussion on this success plan, 1 month success plan for BITS. We will be doing our this discussion in 4 stages. In first stage, we will know about the subject-wise weightage in BITS, BITSAT rather, I should say. Uh, it is a little different from the other examination in the sense that here, apart from physics, chemistry, and maths, you have English proficiency and logical reasoning also. See, we have a question-wise breakup of the subjects. Physics 40 questions, chemistry 40 questions, English proficiency 15, logical reasoning 10, mathematics oblique biology for B Pharma students biology, or engineering it is mathematics 45 questions. So total 150 questions will be there, for which 180 minutes or 3 hours will be allotted. So you have to answer all these 150 questions in 150 questions in 180 minutes. All the questions will be of single correct type, MCQ type questions. Now, about this examination, there is no time limit for individual subjects. If you have answered all the questions, 150 questions without skipping any, then you will be having access to bonus questions, 12 extra questions also. 12 extra questions, but that is only if you have answered all 150 questions without skipping anyone. Once you have opted for that extra question, you cannot go back to the main section, and there will be negative marking for incorrect answers as well. So you have to take care of that while answering the questions. Now, before the examination, during this around 1 month's time, we must have a plan. So 1 month plan, what we need to do, what we not, what we should avoid during these 1 month's duration. So you must have a clear cut, and you must create a strategy to study and revise to maximize your effort. You must solve many mock papers and compare your solutions with the model solutions. While preparing, you must take a small break whenever you feel too much exhausted. Keep away from distractions that will take away too much of your time, and ensure a healthy lifestyle, wholesome meals, exercise, etiquette, sleep, etc., etc. So you must be in a positive mind frame rather, frame of mind. Anybody can do, anybody can succeed. Even in 1 month also, if you plan your study well, uh, you can do wonders. So your this 1 month plan must have two stages. In first stage, count the number of days and also the chapters, the number of total number of chapters. While making a plan for the revision, here for this examination, you have to uh, take care of English and logical reasoning also. So you have to devote time for them as well, because they also constitute a significant portion of the paper. Uh, when see, the paper is easy here, the question papers are not very difficult. Question paper is easy rather. Question papers are easy. So you have not to take very difficult questions, rather here speed matters and accuracy as well, both. So for that you need to practice a lot of model papers. Now this will help you in two ways. In first, when you practice a lot of model papers, it will give, that way you will get an idea as to which all portion are your weak spot, what types of errors you commit, where your weaknesses are, and most importantly, that way you will come to know about what you have to revise. At this duration, at this junction, it is not possible to revise everything, to go through all the things. So what you need to revise, that uh, you will get an idea by writing many mock tests. If certain portion of the subject you always find very difficulty to answer, you are not able to score in those sections very well, then you definitely need to go through those sections. So writing lot many mock test paper will help you in identifying your weak spot also, the corrective measures which you have to take, as well as what you need to revise. And yes, of course, you keeping yourself in a positive frame of mind is very important. The revision plan, in that, as I told you, attempt a lot of online mock test papers, identify the area which you need to revise. Then one strategy can also be that you should focus on in first stage, you should focus on the topics which are easier and which are scoring as well, which takes less time. Like for example, in my subject physics, there are chapters, there are topics which take less time to cover and which are scoring as well. For example, heat and thermodynamics, it takes less time only. There is less possibility of committing errors and is scoring. Similarly, sound and wave, there also you can score, will not take much of the time. Similarly, wave optics, that topic also is easier, is not very long, you can revise it very easily, very quickly, and that is also scoring. Modern physics section, now that will take a that takes much less time in comparison to mechanics also, whereas it is quite scoring when many number of questions are asked from those. So your revision, in that revision plan, in first stage, in my opinion, you should focus on these topics and these chapters which are easier to score, easier to revise also, and then in the next stage you can go for the difficult um, chapters. While attempting the mock test paper, you definitely keep a record of your errors and weak spots, and most importantly, you should not panic. That is no solution. On exam day, few things you should take care. Reach the exam center at least 1 hour before the reporting time. Eat right, eat light. You should not eat so much that you feel drowsy, and you should not be feeling hungry as well. Before starting the examination, you must check your system so that to avoid any last minute hitch. Then once you start, first of all, you go through all the important instructions. That's very important. It is possible that all the important instructions must be gone through. Then you start with the subject which you are most comfortable with, preferably chemistry, because that is fact based. So you can start with chemistry or whatever subject you feel comfortable with. But then do take care of the fact that time is limited. You have to answer all 150 questions, so you do not waste too much time on any one question. Keep calm, keep yourself hydrated, and see, if you are having a habit of taking breaks, here you cannot take a break, but then after 45 minutes or so, you can take deep breath, calm yourself, and then start afresh. As I told you about important topics in my subject in physics, you can, while you make this revision plan, there are topics which are easier to score, which do not take much time to revise also, like heat and thermodynamics, sound and wave optics, modern physics. These are some of the topics which take less time only, but which are quite scoring. And then idea of cutoff. Here in this examination, after the examination, you will get a score, and just you can go through this table which gives you the cutoff score last year for various courses at different institutions. For BITS Pilani, it is like this. If you're desirous of computer science, B computer science, then your cutoff score last year it was 382. It may change. It changes from year to year, but last year it was 382. This is for BITS Goa, and this is for BITS Hyderabad. So all the best for your examinations. Now, if you have any questions, you can ask. Yeah, NCRT is enough for BITSAT in this, but say like in my subject physics, not whole of the NCRT thing. There are few chapters which you can skip. You can skip in the sense that that is not in the syllabus. So, for example, communication system, though it is in the JE mains, but it is not in BITSAT. So you should go through the syllabi also of BITSAT, but the level is same as NCRT. It's not very difficult. Marking scheme plus 3 minus 1 was there, but then for that I told you that you must go through the uh, initial first phase very quickly. You must go through the instructions very carefully. What is the marking scheme? Is it possible? Yeah, it is possible to score more than 400. In fact, I give you a data. Last year in BITSAT 2017, the number of candidates who scored more than 400 or equal to 400 was 381. So definitely it is possible. See, as far as good way to analyze the paper swiftly. See, as it is computer based examination, so here you cannot go through all the questions or go through the, I mean, swap. Here you have, um, you can start with the subject which you like, subject which you feel comfortable with, and then don't give much time to any particular question. The question which you can answer, which may take a little more time, but you are confident that you can answer it, you can come back to those questions later on. But yes, see to it that all the easier questions must be answered. So for that, the strategy will be you start with the subject which you are comfortable with, and then sequentially just you keep working. If intermediately any question takes much time, skip it, mark it for future reference, and keep going. That will be a better strategy. The speed plus accuracy can be improved only by way of practicing a lot many papers, mock test papers, and do analyze the mock test papers. Do analyze your answer with the answers. Do compare your answers with the solutions provided. Uh, unless you do that, and then avoid committing mistakes, numerical mistakes. But only thing is that perfection can come only with practice. You need to practice a lot many mock test papers. Secondly, the speed also comes with the familiarity with the question. If you have attempted many questions, many variety of the questions during your preparation time as well as during the revision time, your speed will automatically be improved in the examination. So yes, during these 1 month, uh, go through each and every of the result as well as derivations, not derivation as such, result and the formulae. You must be memorizing all those results and formulae, and then practice using them lot many papers. See, my suggestion will be that in this 1 month, definitely you must at least 10 to 15 computer based papers. You must complete computer based papers of 3 year duration, 3 hour duration. You must attempt them and analyze them carefully. In the last 10 minutes, of course, your strategy should be that you should go through all the 150 questions, and still you must have some time left so that you can go back to the questions which you have marked for future reference. But if you have attempted all 150 questions with confidence, then you can uh, go to the extra questions, 12 questions, which you will be getting 4 questions each in physics, chemistry, and mathematics. That you can go, but you should go to those questions only if you have around 20 minutes of spare time. If you don't have, then it is better you come back to the questions which you have marked, or revise you can. The formula, the best way to revise the formula is that you should collate all the important results and formula on a sheet of paper, and it should be placed or pasted before your study table. And whenever you sit down, before you start studying, just look at those important formulae which is pasted in front of you. Each day, if you go through all those, if you have a look on them, definitely you will be remembering them. I don't think that this will take place. I mean, the system will shut down mid exam. That is why just I told you that you check your system before starting the examination. If mm, I mean system, I don't think that the system will be. They will definitely be arranging properly so that it should not come. See, BITS score is applicable, yeah, is needed only for admissions into BITS Pilani, BITS Goa, and BITS um, Hyderabad, as well as BITS Dubai centers. See, in-depth study is always better, no doubt about it. But that is something which you must have done. Right now, in 1 month, during this 1 month of time, you will not be able to go through all the chapters. But even if you have studied your 12 properly, then still you can score very good at BITSAT with a little bit of practice, and by practicing a lot many model papers. In fluid mechanics, all the subtopics, namely Pascal's law, Bernoulli's equation, Archimedes principle, uh, the results based on them. Say, for example, uh, the volume fraction of the volume submerged, buoyant force. If it is accelerated, liquid is accelerated, then the expression for the buoyant force. All these results you should collate, go through them, and then practice not very difficult questions, but easier questions only. But yes, do practice them to solve quickly. Yeah. What is this? No, see, you can take any standard book for these two subjects and practice few logic reasoning. Oh, yeah. For logical reasoning and engineering proficiency test, proficiency test, uh, take any guide or reference book for this and practice some questions on them. These two are the things which you cannot. I mean, as I said, logical reasoning definitely will be testing your logic, which cannot be developed in 1 day. But yes, you need to practice problems based on them um, for improving your speed. See, you can answer, you can opt for the bonus questions only if you have attempted all 150 questions without skipping any question. If you have attempted only 149 question, then you will not be allowed to uh, take the bonus question. You can take the bonus questions only if you have attempted all 150 questions. And my advice will be, even after that, if you have a spare of 20 minutes time, then only you should opt for that. Else it is better to go back and and check the questions or revise the questions. Yeah, NCRT exemplar questions will be enough, or rather I will say on the tougher side. The questions are not that tough, a little easier one. Now, any more questions? See, actually, as it is computer-based and objective type questions, so their coverage is quite uh, comprehensive. There is no as such important questions. Questions will be asked from all the topics. They are designed so that they cover approximately all the topics. But then, as I said, there are certain few chapters which can be mastered quickly with less time, and they are scoring also. No, I don't suggest to guess questions because there will be negative marking, and usually my experience is that guess by the guessing you will not be able to score. So if you have attempted all 150 questions and still you have 20 minutes of time, my suggestion will be then only you go for bonus questions. Else, it is better to come. I mean, revise the questions which you have attempted. Yeah, the bonus questions will also be having the negative. All the questions will have negative mark. No, see, if 390 will be quite quite a decent score, but then that depends on the type of question and level of difficulty, also the question paper. Prior to that, the number of students were less. Last year in BITSAT 2017, it was 381 students were having score more than 400. But prior to that, in 2016, it was only 304. So it depends on the. I mean, it varies with year to year, but 390 will be a very, very, very decent score. Uh, I don't think that by 390 you will not be able to get the computer science. And that too, 382 was for bits Pilani. For Goa Center, it was less. See, in mock test paper, of course, the kind of marks which you will score will be either +3 or -1 or 0. Now, -1, mainly focus on -1. Why -1? It may be because of some numerical error, it may be because of some conceptual error, it may be because of poor time management. That way you will be able to get 0 only. So you should analyze as to what is the main reason for your -1. 0, if you are not knowing it, fine. But if because of the time management you could not go to that question, then definitely you need to work on your time management in the examination. For mock paper, as I suggest, that you definitely look at the model solution also of the questions, and secondly you must be very carefully analyzing your negative mark, why you got that negative mark, what was the reason. Secondly, 0, why 0? W- it was because you didn't know, or it was because you could not go to that particular question, though it was easy, but you could not go to that question. So analyzing these two will help you score more. Yeah, in my part, BITSAT paper will be good for practicing. Okay.
Hey guys, I hope that answers all of your questions. If you still have any other doubts, write in. We have Sir here with us. We'll answer one or two more questions if you need. But then I'm sure, uh, you know, our entire session, our entire webinar took you through all important things that needs to be done. And I hope we've been able to answer most of your queries out here. So anyway, I hope this has taken you through your entire plan, and you're able to create a better work study schedule for yourself. Do tune in to our next webinar for a specialized study plan for JEE Advanced. It's on Friday, the 27th of April, and tune in at 6 p.m. uh, Subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm sure that's going to keep you updated. Like us on Facebook. You can follow us on Instagram. We keep you updated on every channel. Don't forget, the best solution and the hidden secret to success is solving a lot of mock papers. Go online, try solving my pat questions. Not only will you get used to the online front, you will make sure that you increase your speed of answering questions. Don't worry, it's gonna be good. You have prepared for a long time. Make sure you be calm, keep well, take care of yourself, and we'll be back very soon. Log into mypad.in for all of your exam prep. Thank you. We'll see you soon.